Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything.
Okay.
You know what? Here's the thing. I am not going to play this game with you.
I'm not.
So what? No, you are playing a game.
I'm not.
So no, you are. And do not interrupt me ever again. Do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a week to think about it, because I'm not going to sit here, call your case up 4 or 5 times for you to sit here and to go through this whole, try to play some semantical game. So I will adjourn this out to December 12th, 2024. I will adjourn it to 9 a.m. or I will. Do not interrupt me.
I can object to
that.
Do
not interrupt. Do not. One more time. You're going. I've given you fair warning. I'm adjourning the proceeding out. If you are objecting to that, objections noted. It's still adjourned out to the 12th. Bond will continue. You
Your
may
Honor,
leave now.
I have constitutional.
You may leave now.
Let's go. Let's go.
I have a right to a counsel.
You may leave.
Do I not have a right to a counsel?
You want an attorney? You may get want an attorney, sir?
I need somebody to explain the problem here.
Do you wish to be represented by an attorney on this?
I do not need to represent myself. I'm presenting myself. I'm the only one that was there in this courtroom. No one was there. I don't recall anybody that was there that day. I'm the only one that knows what happened, Your Honor.
Do you wish
I was
to be
violated.
represented by an attorney? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. If you wish to be represented by an attorney.
Your Honor, I have constitutional violations.
Do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Take an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States
Then,
of America.
if you do not want to answer my question, Mr. Allen, he is to be removed from my court. All right. Court does call the case of the people versus Daniel Field.
Echelon for people.
State your name, sir. All right, Mr. Magoo. As with every proceeding, I do have to advise you that you are before the court on a charge of resisting and obstructing a police officer. As we have been through it before, I'm not going to ask you to acknowledge any of this. I think that you understand what I am indicating. That is a felony punishable by up to 2 years incarceration, $2,000 fine plus court costs. I would apprise you have elected to represent yourself in this matter. There are indeed perils with representing yourself. I will also advise you that you're held to the same standards as anyone else conducting a proceeding before this court, whether it be with regard to evidence, the rules of evidence, the rules of procedure, and the like. And court is not going to show you any favoritism. I'm not going to treat you better or worse than either side. If, as indicating, you're elected to represent yourself, if at any time you wish to be represented by an attorney, could not afford to hire one, you have to inform the court of that. The court will assure that you will have counsel. All right. Are the people? Yes, sir.
Just, Your Honor, for the record, I'm not here on a general appearance. I'm here as making a special appearance. I do not, nor have I ever consented to the personal jurisdiction matter of the court. I'm here to specifically cross-examine my accusers. And then with that being said,
well, let me just put it to you this way. This court has jurisdiction over you as a person. I also have jurisdiction over the subject matter of these proceedings. So while you may disagree, I think your position is legally insufficient.
all right, I just wanted to notify.
Your position is legally insufficient and irrelevant to anything that we have to do right now. Am I clear? Thank you. Are the people ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
You may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. With consent, we will waive opening, and I will call Officer.
I don't waive opening, with what consent? What was that? You said with my consent, I didn't consent. What was that? I just asked some clarification.
You're not required to give an opening at preliminary examination, but if you'd like to, Ms. Lundy.
I do not choose to give an opening.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, let me call your first witness.
Darnell Tyson.
Sir, please come forward to be sworn.
Your Honor, Michigan Rule of Evidence 615, I am at my request to ask the other officers that will be giving testimony against me. I asked they leave the room.
Are you making a motion to sequester
Yes.
in your response to the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right, witnesses that will testify are hereby ordered sequestered. Thank you.
I wasn't clear on what rule that was cited, but
Wasn't,
thank you.
but I got what he was getting at.
You shall to part of the testimony about be able to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, sir. State, spell your first and last name for the record.
Darnell Tyson, DARNELLTYSON.
Thank you. You may inquire.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. How are you employed?
Defendant Police Department.
And how long have you been employed in that position?
Since April of 20, well, once we had, I've been on the road since April of last year.
April 24? In what capacity are you employed by the Ypsilanti Police Department? A police officer? Were you working on October 11th, 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
What shift were you on that day?
Second shift nights.
What is nights?
6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And what were you wearing that day?
My uniform, my family uniform.
Were you displaying your badge of office? Were you operating a patrol car or a passenger in a patrol car?
Yes, ma'am. Hold on.
Did you happen to come into contact with anybody who's currently in the courtroom on that date?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was that? And can you tell me where he's sitting and something that he's wearing, please?
He's wearing a black suit, sitting at the table right behind you, right?
Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness identify the defendant?
That objection record shall so reflect.
Where did you come into contact with him?
On Michigan Ave, I can't remember the exact address, but it's right behind Buffer Reyes.
Is that in the city of Ypsilanti, County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan? And when you got to that location, do you recall about what time it was? Nighttime or daytime?
It was early morning.
Early morning? When you got to that location, what did you observe?
It was two people by a car. One was sitting by the front passenger tire, and one was standing to his left over him.
Were either one of those people the defendant?
Yes.
Where was the defendant?
He was the person standing up next to the person that was sitting on the ground.
Who else was there when you were on scene?
Myself, Officer Smith, Sergeant Gibbs, Mr. Magoo, and Officer Chief, and there was his friend, I don't remember his friend's name.
The person that was sitting by the passenger side of the tire was Mr. Magoo's friend?
Yes.
That's when you say his friend, that's who you're referring to?
Yes.
What happened when you got up to the area where Mr. Magoo and his friend were located?
We observed his friend sitting on the ground. We saw a case of open, I think it was seltzer waters and fireball on the ground. We walked over because we were dispatched to that area for a fight. The description we got of the people involved in the fight did not fit them. But when we saw the gentleman sitting on the ground, kind of slumped over, we just stepped over because we were just trying to see if he was all right.
So you said fireball. Is that on something? Is that a brand name of something? Alcohol. What happened next?
We were just trying to get a clear understanding of what was going on. Like I said, we witnessed the guy who was sitting on the ground, kind of slumped over. So I presume that he might have been under the influence of alcohol, seeing that we had the filthy waters and the fireball there. But we were just trying to see if he needed any medical assistance.
Would it be fair to say that Sergeant Gibbs took the lead a little bit when approaching?
Definitely.
After Sergeant Gibbs approached the two men, what happened next?
Sergeant Gibbs gave Mr. Magoo a couple of directives. He asked him to step away. I believe he asked him at least 2 or 3 times to just leave. To which Mr. Magoo did not. At that point, we asked him to leave again. He did not. At that point, we went hands on for obstructing our ability to investigate what was going on with the gentleman sitting on the ground.
What happened after you went hands on?
We we took Mr. McGill kind of around to where the car was. We put handcuffs on him. We walked him over to Sergeant Gibbs' patrol vehicle. At that point, as we were going to put him in the vehicle, we had to search anybody that, before we could put him into the vehicle. So as we were doing I wasn't doing the search. Officer Smith was. I was just there to keep control of Mr. McGill at that point.
In what way were you there to keep control of him? What were you doing?
I was holding him by the arm.
Where were you standing relative to where he was standing?
At first, while Officer Smith was searching him to the right, I was to the left of Mr. McGill. After he finished searching him to the right, we switched positions. I went to the right side, Officer Smith to the left.
So Mr. Magoo is currently facing a vehicle and you're standing behind him to his right or to his left, depending on what side of him is being searched.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened while Officer Smith was searching the defendant?
Mr. McGill made a couple other statements. I don't really know. I really don't remember what those were. I do remember he made a statement about dashing or scatting, which is kind of like implicating he might run. At that point, I put my arm through here and kind of held him up against the car.
Why did you do that?
Mentioned about running.
Why would putting his arm up and holding him against the car, why would you do that if somebody mentioned they might run? To keep him what?
To keep control.
To keep control. Okay, what happened next?
At that point, Officer Smith was searching the left side of him. He asked about, were you guys looking for a lottery ticket? He said, I didn't have anything in my pocket. At that point, Mr. Magoo, he kind of flinched a little bit one time. So I put my arm up a little bit more just to gain a little bit more control. And then at that point, he kicked up with his right leg and caught me in the groin area.
His leg hit you in the groin area while you were standing behind him? And were you wearing a body worn camera on this night? Have you had a chance to review a copy of the recording from your body worn camera today?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it a fair and accurate depiction of the original recording and of what happened that night? Now I move to admit People's Exhibit 1, Darnell Tyson's body worn camera that has previously been disclosed to defendant in discovery. I'm going to be playing.
Any objection to its admission?
I object to we don't need to play the video.
Whether we need to play it. What is your objection?
My objection is I would like to finish hearing the testimony before we play the series of events that Mr. Tyson has already had time to review with himself.
Would the court like a response?
Objection is overruled. You may go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. And is the exhibit admitted?
Yes, the exhibit's admitted.
Thank you. And with the court's permission, I'd like to play from the beginning of the video to about the 4-minute and 10-second mark.
All right, that's fine.
What is the relevance for Officer Tyson's testimony of this video?
He has to lay the foundation regarding the video, which they've done. I've admitted it. If your objection is as to relevance, clearly what occurred that day is absolutely relevant and central to its issue in this case. So your objection to relevance is overruled. Ms. Londa, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Please. What have you talked to him? Please. What I was talking about. So we're going to call that. That's I'm telling you, I'm not you right now out here. Do you understand me? You think I'm drunk? Walk away. Here, walk away. No, I'm telling you that now, sir. You got to go to me. No, sir. She has nothing back. I just told you. Walk away. Walk away. All you have to do is walk away. Sit. Say that no sense. Okay, that's fine. All you have to do is walk away. All right? This is illegal. You can't do this. You understand that? Okay, you don't get it. Put it in your car. Stand up. put him in the back seat. Come on. Get out there and get close to your army. Do you? Do you? I'll ask you one more time. What did you say? You let me nigga poke me, stick me on Harvey? Right. So yes or no? All right. Everybody, one more away. What are you looking for? A lottery ticket? No. What? Shut up, dog. No. Oh, it's scam? You looking for a lottery ticket? How about an iPhone? What are you looking for? I'm looking at you. I'm not looking for nothing, but I need some. I'm looking at you. Come on. Neil, what are you looking for? Shut up, dog. Well, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, shut up. Relax. What are you looking at here, dog? What are you doing? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Officer Tyson, at any time did you give the defendant permission to assault you? Did you at any time give the defendant permission to kick his leg back into your crotch?
Objection. I didn't see any physical harm.
I heard the testimony.
What was that?
What's your objection?
I object. We watched the video and you're trying to lay that there's evidence of harm. I've seen no harm. We watched it and not once was there.
What is your objection?
Huh? Perjury. That's my objection.
Perjury? Seriously?
Yeah.
Overruled. Go ahead.
You're trying to confirm that it happened based off the video and it.
No, Mr. Magoo, here's how it works. You don't address the prosecutor at all. You address the court.
I thought she was the trier of the case, Your Honor. You're the trier of facts.
I don't know what you're talking about. What I have just instructed you is you will not address the prosecutor directly. Is there anything unclear about what I just said?
Yeah, fundamentally, I thought that you're the trier of the facts, Your Honor.
Is there anything unclear with what I have just said?
I'll try to understand what you're saying here. I'll try to make that happen.
Is there anything unclear about what I have just said? I'm going to give you one more shot to answer them. I need an answer, Mr.
Your Honor. You're telling me I'm not to.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron. We're not to address the prosecutor. If you need to address the prosecutor, Mr. Magoo, you can ask the court prior to your addressing, because I'm not going to have your behavior toward anybody in this courtroom. Understood?
I understand that.
Thank you. Ms. Lundy, anything further?
Ask the witness.
Cross-examination.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. Can you state your name and badge number for the record, please? Just for my end.
Thompson, 39.
295, thank you. What was your assignment on October 11th? Approximately 2:50 in the morning.
Very dispatched, like I said, to Michigan Avenue around the bike.
And at that time, when you showed up to the, where did you, it was a parking lot? Public parking lot? Okay. At that time, did you ID anybody that was suspect to the dispatch that you were called to? No active fights? Do you remember the dispatch record, how they described the people? Was I an interference of any medical emergency? Was I in what was your reason for contact with me?
We got there, we saw a gentleman sitting on the ground. We saw alcoholic beverages that were open, and he was slumped over.
Okay, so alcohol, somebody's a gentleman slumped over, and then me. So what was your reason to engage with me?
Reason for coming was not to engage you.
Oh, okay.
Actually, just to ensure that the gentleman sitting on the ground was okay.
Okay, so it was just a courtesy stop?
Objection, asked and answered.
Sustained.
In your words, would you say it was a courtesy?
Objection, asked and answered.
Sustained.
What is the objection?
Asked and answered.
Asked and answered. Did you suspect the gentleman on the ground that was laying slouched over? Did you suspect him of any crime?
No, sir.
Did you suspect me of any crime? In that video, you heard Officer Gibbs, Sergeant Gibbs, I'm sorry. You heard him clarify that this was something different.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was it my legal obligation to leave?
Objection, your calls for the ultimate conclusions to the question.
Sustained.
Ultimate conclusion. Can you cite any legal authority that would permit a public citizen to leave a public place?
Objection as to form of the question.
Sustained.
As to what? What was it?
Form of your question.
In form of your question?
The form of your question.
Okay.
It's improper.
Okay. Under what law or ordinance was I required to leave?
Same objection as to the ultimate conclusion.
I'm trying to understand why the probable cause, Your Honor, as to why I was arrested. There's still no clarity. And that's what I'm trying to get at here today.
On that, through that question. So I'll sustain the objection. You can give it another shot.
Can you define probable cause?
Objection to relevance.
Sustained.
Your Honor, the officer is in-field officer. They have to be able to understand what probable cause here.
In what context are you talking probable cause?
Your Honor, I
Your
was
question is large and vague.
to define probable cause as an arresting officer.
Is it probable cause to arrest? Probable cause in terms of this proceeding? In what context do you wish to try to describe?
Probable cause to arrest me that night, or any reasonable articulated suspicion.
May I respond?
You may.
It's actually two different things. The defendant was originally asking about probable cause to arrest, and then he revised it and said he's asking specifically about the probable cause to arrest him, which is not the question he asked. So my objection, as it will continue.
I'll sustain the objection. I'll allow him to attempt to rephrase.
Your Honor, I'm trying my hardest to word this properly, so please, in efforts to get clarity here, I'm trying to. I'm trying to figure out under what authority is there when you knew that I wasn't a suspect to any crime
Authority to do what?
to arrest me.
All right. So maybe we can get past this.
And just like that, another courtroom showdown comes to an end. One wrong decision, one moment of resistance, and everything can spiral out of control fast. Let this case be a reminder. Attitude and actions inside a courtroom can change your future in seconds. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more intense courtroom breakdowns.
Subscribe now and comment below. Was the judge's decision fair?